I think is one of our hallmarks to why we have the success we do. And our involvement in St. Peter as a regional center is part of that. What we just came from was a conversation with business and civic leaders about the investment in this facility, the investment in our city center, the Front Street connectivity project, the Tailwind investments, all those types of things. We're going to have a chance to tour that in a little bit. Later this afternoon, we're going to visit Imperial Plastics, one of our newer manufacturing sites, large manufacturing sites, another critical manufacturing element. One of the best ways to see the greater Mankato marketplace is, of course, by the air, because it's large, and so we're going to take an aerial tour later this afternoon to see everything from manufacturing to housing to agriculture, which is a huge part of our economy. But part of our visit today is also to continue to reinforce the importance of this facility that we're in today, the Verizon Wireless Civic Center. We're really thrilled as a community in our 7th or 8th try, I'm losing track, that not only the governor, but both chambers of the legislature, House and Senate, have, for the first time, all together at once, deemed the value of an investment in this facility and expanding it at $14.5 million. The governor's been a leader on that, and we're pleased that the House and the Senate have followed behind that. There's still things that they have to work out before they pass the final bonding bill, but we are more buoyed than I think we have ever been that this might finally be our year. And the commissioner knows firsthand from being here, and Pat and I from our conversations with she and other legislatures, the value that the Civic Center has, not just Greater Mankato, but the regional marketplace as a whole, the expanded regional marketplace as a center of vitality, a center of continuing education, a center of entertainment, and a real driver of continuing investment in an economy. Businesses continue to invest here. We're seeing record types of growth as a marketplace. We're seeing population grow. We just learned today that in 1 year, our MSAs jumped another 500 population in just 1 year. So people will continue to go to those places where there's vibrancy, and this is a critical element of that. So thank you to the Commissioner for your leadership and your commitment to that. And without any further hesitation, I do want to let both Commissioner speak, and then also City Manager Pat Hentges will have a few things to say. So,
it's a real pleasure to be back in Mankato today. Always one of our favorite visits as we're out on the road. And I am here today to stress the importance of the Verizon Wireless Civic Center and this bonding proposal. We are excited. Governor Dayton has included that in his proposal, as have the House and Senate, as Jonathan mentioned. But we need to make sure this full bonding bill passes. And so we do encourage you to reach out to your legislators and in support of this. The reason why this is so important is this is the center of the economy for Mankato. Downtown economic activity is so key to future economic growth, and Mankato is an area where there is significant growth. Your over-the-year job growth was 2.1% compared to our statewide growth of 1.9% and nationwide of 1.8%. So there is significant economic activity happening here in the region, and in order to continue to fuel that economic activity, it's about civic centers like the Verizon Wireless Center that exists here today, that is a hub of concerts and hockey games and activities for the community that will welcome new workers to this region and will attract new businesses to this region and new jobs for Minnesotans. So it's fantastic to see the community all working together in this effort. It's true that there's such a strong tie with public and private partnerships in this region, all working together to make this happen. And Governor Dayton is very supportive of this bonding proposal.
Thank you. Pat?
Thank you, Commissioner. You know, it's truly, I think, a joy to me personally. We've been working on this project for a number of years, and I think we've got strong leadership at the governor's level, the House and Senate, really supporting and understanding the value that civic centers, downtown revitalization, downtown investment play in the Minnesota economy and the greater regional economy. And as we tried to emphasize, and I think it's well understood by Governor Dayton and the Commissioner, that civic centers are more than just a place to have an event. We draw significantly from the region, northern Iowa. We prevent that those folks from migrating over the border to Sioux Falls. because of the Civic Center. It's an event center, it's a hockey center, it's a convention center, and it is part of the economy that gives developers the confidence to invest millions of dollars into our local economy, not just in the downtown or city center area, but as we heard from representatives of Mayo Clinic Health Systems, it has brought the investment outside the community with bringing doctors and other regional activities here. So civic centers are more than just something that competes amongst the regions, as maybe some critics in the House have said. No, there's something that really complements the regional economy, complements the state of Minnesota economy. I just also point out we're going to visit a number of other aspects of our economy here, and DEED, and under Commissioner Sieben's leadership, has been a very strong advocate for the regional economies of greater Minnesota. We couldn't do some of these projects without the investments in the economic development grants that we've managed to competitively seek, the redevelopment grants that are very important. There's a lot of discussion about broadband investment in greater Minnesota. Those are all critical elements, along with a fair bonding bill and balanced bonding bill that helps spread some needed investment into greater Minnesota economies and Twin Cities economies and city urban center economies. So this is all part of a bigger piece, and I think this is a good example of a good economic investment for the state of Minnesota.
Any questions?